In 1998, there was going to be a Superman movie made, but it wasn't going to be anything like you'd ever seen. It was going to be directed by Tim Burton. Yes, the guy that has a weird obsession with Johnny Depp.
Working with Tim is like, it's like going back to the most comfortable, place you can be. It's like going home for me. It's a place where you can try anything.
It was going to be written by cult comedy writer Kevin Smith, and it was going to star none other than Nicolas Cage. I don't care how weird this movie would have been, I would pay a great deal of money to see it right here, right now. Although this film never saw the light of day, as it was shut down by the studio before production had even begun. That was the last we heard about this film, until now, when director Jon Schnepp attempts to shed some light on the troubled production with The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened. What this documentary does so right is the exhaustive research that is presented. The amount of never before seen footage or concept art is jaw-dropping. It was a film that would have been a complete divert of what we're used to seeing in superhero films today, and for that reason I completely respect Burton in attempting to create it. Although by the end of this 2-hour journey, I still have zero idea what this film is about. Through all the interviews and discussions, a lot of different concepts and ideas of fights is presented, but I still have no idea where this film starts, where it ends, and what's in between. The interviews were amazing. Schnepp was able to interview almost everyone tied to this project, but Nicolas Cage. It puts you in the minds of both Tim Burton and Kevin Smith, and you can really gain the idea of the motivation in making this movie, and you can really tell that this movie would have been fucking insane.
I was going to turn that character upside down along with Tim Burton.
Although, the one man that Schnepp keeps going back to is notorious producer Jon Peters. It felt like after watching this documentary that this man, he's a complete lunatic. When Kevin Smith was asked about Jon Peters, he blatantly admits that Peters says that he didn't want Superman to fly. He wanted the Man of Steel to fight a giant fucking spider. He basically wanted to create the most abstract superhero film that was completely derivative of Superman lore. I just gotta say, very, very weird about the spider, yes. But you didn't want Superman to fly? Are you fucking nuts?
You're crazy.
Am I? Or am I so sane that you just blew your mind?
It's impossible.
Is it? Or is it so possible that your head is spinning like a top?
There was a message told in this film that I completely respect and can adamantly admit that it was directed to people like me. Now let me give you some background knowledge. The main picture that had circulated the internet surrounding this film is this, a picture of Nicolas Cage in a Superman suit looking stoned out of his eyeballs. But this documentary shows when this picture was taken and tells the audience that it was one of the first prototypes of the Superman suit, so it shouldn't be even taken in consideration that this would have been in the film. The final image of Nicolas Cage's supersuit was this. Looks a hell of a lot better than before, right? So, like Ben Affleck is Batman, Jared Leto is Joker, and Evan Peters is Quicksilver? We should all wait till the final product is out before making a judgment. The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened delves into such a fascinating topic, although it felt at times like Schnepp was just reading off the Wikipedia page of the film. He spent way too long on the concept art of the monsters in the film and didn't really say what the film was about. What he did do though, is give us a look into the production hell of one of the most infamous superhero films ever made. Wayward Review gives The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened 8 out of 10.